The nonsense of doing the same painting over and over again is just that, nonsense. And that is marketing. That's not creativity. So people have said to me, but your paintings all look different. And my reply to that is, thank you. Because that means I'm evolving, I'm growing, and better or not, they're a window into who I am right now. I could have taken the safe way. I could have been a teacher. I was on track to be tenured, and I decided that I couldn't do both. I didn't. You can't do a structure that is as rigid as teaching on the administrative end of it. It's very rigid, and continue to create. I couldn't stay up till 3 in the morning and then show up for an 8 a.m. class. It wasn't fair to either me or the students. So I quit. And I went into full-time illustration. I had been dabbling in the fine art market, and one day someone in the commercial art market told me to make a background a certain color, and I knew it was wrong, and I didn't want to do it, so I didn't. And that was the last commercial job I did. When I started painting, I brought into the painting the skills I had had as a biomedical illustrator. And for years, I have been interested in people's emotions, in why they do something. It was chosen because it's marks on paper that many different people have done. It came out of a paper store where they test pens. So I fell in love with it, paid the guy to have the basically practice page. And what I'm doing a man who is a wordsmith. Paul Haggis is his name. Initially, when I put it down, it was too dark, and so I'm lightening it because this is the outline of his face. This is basically, I don't know whether you can see it. There we go. Now you can see it. That's the basic outline of his face. And so I initially made the whole thing lighter. But now, once I get most of it done, just lightening it. It's probably 3 shades that I've lightened it. I will put the outline in, and then what I decide that I'm going to render, that I'm going to do in high detail, I will make it even lighter underneath. And much of this will just come straight through his face. And I love the fact that Marvelous is up here, up above his eyebrow. I think he'll find that kind of cool. Underneath that landscape is a complete painting. And I lost my temper because it was so frickin' boring. It bored me. I couldn't imagine it wouldn't have bored someone else. So I just took a giant brush and I just, as fast as I could, went over the top of it. And then I took sandpaper. And then I thought, I really like that. So thus were born the landscapes. And that's how they came about.